Hi guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Ladalia, if I'm saying that correctly. I'll pop the name of the company right up here. GoPro handheld jib crane. So this is the first jib crane I've ever used that wasn't made for a tripod. This is specifically made for a handheld. It can work on a tripod if you want it to, but you don't have to. It works best in your hand. It's a really cool product. So what we're going to do today is we're going to actually talk a little bit about the product. We're going to put the product together. We're going to show you me using the product, and then we're going to show footage of the product. All of this will be happening throughout this whole video. So starting off is, of course, let's put the product together and talk a little bit about the product as we're putting it together. So one of the really cool things about the product, it does come with a bag, as you can see here. And this bag is, the cool thing about this bag is once everything's compact and in the bag, you can also fit a handful of your GoPro stuff in there as well. So this could be an all-in-one bag that allows you to put your GoPro batteries in it, as well as a GoPro itself and other GoPro accessories you have. Most of that will probably fit in the bag with the product, which is really nice. So I really like that it has a bag. It's not the most highest quality bag, but it will definitely do the job. So what we want to do is we want to put this product together. Very simple to do so. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to go on and put on our handles here. So our first handle right here is going to go right here on the back. And that takes just a few seconds to screw it all the way in. And then we want to flip this around. Now this right here is a place to put your phone. We're going to explain exactly why you may want to use that. You can tighten it up. And that's actually what I'm going to do right now is tighten it up a little bit. You just take a flat head and tighten it up in there. So the second piece is going to go off to the left side, and we'll just screw that right in. And that takes just a second or so to do so. All right. And then once that's done, we will take the middle rod here, and it's really simple. You just stick it right in. You want to make sure it's unscrewed, and then you just stick it right in, tighten it up. Really simple to do so. And we're going to do the same thing with the top piece. We want to make sure the top piece is lined up with the handle so that we're going to be able to run our cord. And tighten her up. Now that it's tightened up, we're going to put on our cord that actually controls the jib itself. So what I find the easiest to do is do the side with the handle on first, and if it's not, and it's just loose enough so it's not going to have any problem fitting on there, but if it's not, you can control that with this piece right here, and this will allow you to give you more slack or give you less slack. So once that's good, I'm going to screw it in so that we have, oops, I gave myself more slack instead of less slack there. So let me go back, screw this back in, and take the slack up. So you want to, when you're doing it, you want to do it clockwise, and if you go clockwise, this will allow you to tighten it. So we need to tighten it just a tad bit more. Okay. So once this is all set up right here, we're going to move to putting the GoPro on the actual system, which is going to be really easy to do so. You have a flathead piece underneath here, so you can use a flathead, but really your hand will probably be good enough. And we're just going to tighten the tripod right onto, or tighten the GoPro onto the jib. So once you've done that, you want to do kind of like what I call a little test, drop test you could say, and as you notice, it's just falling, right? So we've got an issue there. So what are we going to do to fix that? We're going to tighten this up, and you can actually put it up there. So if you see here, and then we want to see if it's going to fall. And maybe it needs to be tight just a little bit tighter. And it's not going to fall as easy. The main thing is to be able to put it like this and not have it fall. So if it's still falling, you probably want to put more tension behind it. So, and there you go. It's just a tad bit, but not too much. I'm going to allow that. So once you've got that done, you have full control of it, as you guys can see here, and it's really cool. So you just use this handle to your left, and that will control your up and down motions. Also, if you wanted to, you could flip it around to the back, and if you see a little bowing, like right now I've got a little bit of bowing, that probably means I didn't put one of my rods in correctly all the way. So what I'm going to do
is lighten that up and readjust that rod to make sure it's in there correctly, which now it seems to be in there. It's a little bit straighter. That can happen. So as you can see, we got full control over it. We can go up and down, back and forth. I guess to say just up and down. And then you're able to get some really cool shots. You can get up high shots and shoot down. With it being handheld, you're not going to get the smoothest shots. You could put it on a tripod, but again, it's not really made for a tripod. So another thing that you could do is you could get light stands. A lot of light stands have the 1/4 screw connection with it. So you could screw that. It does have a piece on the bottom to where you can screw it in right there. So if you did want to screw it into that, and then that might give you a little bit smoother shot. Being handheld, the shot is not going to be extremely smooth. But it's still going to be pretty decent, especially if you use a GoPro. This is a GoPro Hero 2. And the issue with the GoPro Hero 2 is not as high quality as the GoPro Hero 3 Plus. So therefore, I would use this item considerably more if I had a newer, nicer GoPro, because I would be using that GoPro a lot more than I use my Hero 2. So I have the Wi-Fi attachment attached to this GoPro Hero 2, which allows me to control it with my phone. So the nice thing about that is I can throw my phone right on here, and then I can test all my footage. So I'm able to look down at my phone and I'm able to see what it looks like, and then I can start recording. With the GoPro app, you cannot, at least for the Hero 2, I cannot record video and see what I'm recording in live stream. What I can do is get a live preview, so I have an idea of the shot I'm going to take before I actually do it. So once I get the shot down, I'm going to hit record and shoot the shot. So I really like this product. It's not necessarily something I would buy unless I was doing more work with my GoPro. If you do a lot of work with the GoPro, this is pretty cool. It is carbon fiber. It's made by the company, as I said earlier, Ladalia. If I'm even saying that correctly, I'll pop up the name of the company here. And of course, as always, there's going to be links down below to the product, to the write-up on the blog, as well as Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. So pretty happy with the product. So here is the catch on the product, in my opinion. This is the one thing I'm not extremely happy about, but I did talk to the company, and the cost on making these things are pretty expensive. It's about $130 for the product, so it is going to run you a little bit of money. But again, if you use a GoPro considerably, then this is probably worth $130 to you. Or you're just looking for a new toy to have fun with, you got some extra cash. This is a pretty fun little toy. Again, there'll be links down below. So I've had some fun with it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take it out into the field, and you're going to actually get to see me use it as well. We've got some stock footage, or some footage, not stock footage, but we got some footage we'll be shooting. I've already got some footage that I shot at a beer fest, a brewery fest, where a bunch of breweries got together and they had a big, huge festival. And I took this out there and did some shooting with it. The problem was, about every 5 steps, I had to stop and talk to somebody, because everyone was, people were just drunk and thought it was really cool and would just get up in front of the camera and go crazy, which is a lot of fun. I'll put some of those shots in there. Or 2, it was fellow photographers or videographers that had never seen anything like it, and they were pretty amazed by it, and they would stop me and talk to me, and I give out my business card, and I'm pretty sure, thanks to having this at this festival, I actually got a job, or I'm meeting a future client tomorrow about a potential job, because they thought this was really cool, and I got to tell them about what I do and how I do it, and they were pretty impressed. Gave them my business card. They called me up, and we're setting up a meeting tomorrow. Anyways, this thing has been a lot of fun to mess around with, and I've had a blast with it. Check us out on Facebook at David D Images, Twitter at Media Unlocked, and of course our website MediaUnlocked.net. Like I said earlier, all the products, links, and reviews and all that will be down below, so you can go check it out that way. And I've just had a lot of fun using it. So I guess I'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of the video.
All right, guys, so we have brought the GoPro Jib Crane handheld out to the farm to do some shooting today. I've got some pretty cool shots. Of course, you'll see that here in a second. So a few things to mention about shooting with this. First off, you do have your option to put your camera, or not your camera, but I should say your phone, so that you can see what your camera's doing, because they got the Wi-Fi piece hooked up to the GoPro. Ways to hold it: if you are doing a shot where you need to be able to control it and rotate it, then of course do so. But if you're going to set to like a set shot, like if I know I want to shoot at a certain angle, it helps to hold this as you're moving it, or going up, any kind of extra stability you can give it. Holding it down here and controlling it is going to get some shake. You'll notice that. There'll probably be a couple shots here in a minute that you'll see when I actually show some of the pictures I did. And you'll notice that there's some definite shake, and I haven't figured out how to keep it from doing that. It does help the slower you move things and the more stable you can give it as far as that. But that also kind of defeats the purpose if you're trying to shoot way up here and you just want to be, you know, as slow and steady as you possibly can, and you'll get some pretty decent shots. So pretty happy with the product for the most part. Like I said, it's for handheld use. You do have the tripod option on the bottom, but really no use in using that. Pretty easy to put together, as you guys saw the previous video. And as well, you know, we'll show you guys some actual footage of it being used here on the farm today and this festival I was talking about back when I was showing you guys how to put this bad boy together.